I'm sorry. We know when I think of Louisiana, I just think about Tabasco sauce. That's my main thing. It's, my mouth starts drooling and I can't even speak. So what can I look at for you, Beth?
Um, I'm just wondering about my relationship. Where's it going?
That is a card of well balanced. It's a good match. It's well balanced. Um, do you have a? Is it a bit of a hectic relationship? Do you clash and argue a bit?
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
Yeah. Well, I got the five of rods, and that's about conflict, but not really nasty conflict. The nasty
No.
part is that there is a nasty component, and it's coming up, but it's got nothing to do with you, or the person you're involved with. The five of rods is just, it's like a, 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 um, a dynamic relationship, shall we say that? You have very dynamic discussions, shall we say? But maybe somebody would think that you're fighting, but you're not necessarily fighting.
Okay.
Um, I'm seeing that there's somebody outside of the relationship who is maybe spreading gossip or stuff about you. Do you know about? You feel this? Have you heard about this?
No, not yet, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Okay, well, because that's when I'm seeing that there's somebody's doing that.
Mm. It could
Um,
be my ex.
oh yeah, well, exes, yeesh, right? They
Yeah.
some of them don't know how to let go. Let me tell you though,
Well,
the
well,
next.
I have an aunt, and one of my aunt and my my mother that have recently, yes, started some rumors about myself.
Mhm.
Yes.
Well, that's the five of swords. Fives are not that good in tarot cards, and this is about a person who's sneaking around and is doing is trying to destroy and not help you.
Uh
I
huh. Sounds
the next
about
the
right.
next card is the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is a very happy home, and it shows happy people. That's telling me that this person isn't going to succeed. So if you have felt that there's some people working against you, they are. Now there are things you can do about that.
Okay.
There are, I mean, if you think you know who's doing this, there are things that you can do that are time honored magical things that I can tell you about if you want. That
Sure.
and this is not like I'm not going to say now you've got to buy this oil from me for $700, and it'll no.
Right.
Here's what you do. Did you ever, you go to a dollar store if there's still dollar store, okay, $1.50 store now, right?
Right.
Get a compact, like a cosmetic thing, right? Get one of
Uh
the
huh.
compacts. Get one of the compacts that has two mirrors in it.
Okay.
You've seen them. We all have seen them.
Yes.
Now,
Uh-huh.
here's what you do. You take a picture of the person who's causing you problems, or in the absence of that, just write their name on a piece of paper.
Uh-huh.
Put that in there, in the compact, and close it between the two mirrors and stick it in your freezer. And
Okay.
that'll take care of the energy that person's trying to send out to you.
Okay.
That does wonders doing that. When people are trying
Okay.
to spread negativity. Now you see, this is one of the bones of contention I have with a lot of people. Magical work does not. If somebody's going to charge you $5,000 to do something magically, don't even think about it.
Right.
Because these are traditional things that are simple, and this is not something that maybe $200-300. That was putting together an entire kit for somebody with incense that I made and oils that I blended. The whole night. It was, everybody knows you go to eBay and get a compact with 2 mirrors for $1, and just, you see what the symbolism is you're bouncing it back and forth, and the putting it in the freezer just freezes the person. So if you think and don't do this unless you really think you have a clear idea that this is the person doing it. That can tie them up and just get them off your back. And people like this have a habit of giving up, because you are going to come out of this okay. I see the 10 of Cups here. But that's just the main thing here, is that the Temperance card shows it's a well-balanced relationship. It's a very dynamic relationship, so people might think that it's a little rocky, but it's not. And you got somebody who is going to be actively being destructive about your relationship, and you're going to handle it, and that's going to come out okay for you. Okay?
Okay.
So if you want any more things like that, you could just send me an email. This goes for anybody listening. My email is asktarot, ASKTAROT, @earthlink.net, which shows you how long I've been online, earthlink.net, and I will be happy to send you a few little things you can do for things like that. There's never any charge for that kind of advice. So, I'm not one of these people who bills you every time you contact me, unless you're annoying. But you're not. I haven't yet run into anybody that annoying. Okay, thanks for calling, Beth. And also, I might say to Beth, thank you for being very considerate when I mangled the name of your town. We're going to shuffle the cards up now. That's a really neat trick, too. Some people will also take the compact and bury it. That's heavy duty, But I just say put it in the freezer. Put that compact in the freezer. There are other things you can do to return negative energy. There's there are stores like the Luck Shop in Chicago. Been around since the 30s. Azure Green, which used to do business under the name Abyss in New England. They're dynamite people, man. I've been buying from them for like 30 years. They're almost as long as they've existed. There are candles, things of that nature that you can use to return negative energy. And if ever there's a time needed to protect yourself from negative energy, it's this, because the country went through a massive mental shock, what with the lockdowns and now the economy crashing and, all of that. And there's really nasty people out there. I like to think the best of people, but there are very nasty people out there, and you got to combat them, and that means protecting yourself. I can show you, there are places you can look at my website, magic-works.com, MAGICK-works.com, that will show you recordings that you can get that will cleanse your aura through meditation. It's all good stuff. If you want any direction in that, just drop me a line. AskTarot@earthlink.net, or just do an internet search. I'm trying not to say Google. Try to do an internet search for Reverend Elliott's Magical Window. You'll very likely find a way to contact me. I'm very easy to find. I said at the top of the show that I'd make a terrible junkie, but I would make an even worse fugitive, because I'm so easy to find. Rosemary in Largo, Florida is next. Hi, Rosemary. You're on with Reverend Elliott. There.
Hi, thank you for taking my call.
That's what I'm here for.
I would like to, I would like to know if there's any chance that I would get any money from the sale
of... from the sale of what?
The fuel system.
It's breaking up. You want to know if you get any money from the sale of something?
To the sale of my mother's house, because the government has stolen pretty much everything. So not just me, 400,000 people in England have been, that has happened to them. So.
Yikes. Okay, this is very good. The first card I got is the Justice card. That speaks for itself, right? You're going to get justice. The Knight of Coins. The Knight of Coins means that's the beginning of the process of money coming in. Well, that's very good. So Okay, but it's going to be a long haul, according to what I'm seeing here. The chariot is here. You're going to need to be really strong about guiding this effort.
Okay.
The chariot is about a person. So the symbolism of the chariot is this. Once you see the symbolism, you'll get why it's here. There's a small chariot, and the person who's in charge of the chariot, riding the chariot, is holding the reins on two horses. One is white and one is black. One wants to go this way, one wants to go that way. It's up to you to make sure that it goes the way you want. Now, as somebody who just spent like 2 years involved in a lawsuit, I can attest to that. It takes willpower and strength to do it. And by the way, that it turned out okay. What we went through here, it turned out okay. But you got to be strong about this, because the night is the start of it. And with the night, it can go up and down. It can look good. It can look bad. It's just going to have to grow. Then it goes to the queen, to the king, and the page. And by the time it gets to the page of coins in a reading, it's real and it's coming. Overall, I'm seeing excellent chances of success here, because I have the world card. If you can hang on, if you can hold on, and you can do this, you'll get the justice you deserve. The world card means assured success.
I don't have a choice of any kind of legal proceedings for me personally, except that I'm the daughter. That's it.
Yeah.
And also, it's such a system that you can't fight the government. And I have written them nasty emails because they've stolen from me. But I mean, I can continue to do that, and let's see where it goes. But I haven't held out any hope for that. It could be that what you're seeing financially for me, it might mean that in that regard, it doesn't necessarily mean that I may get something from them, but they're crooked.
It's definitely always worth consulting a lawyer in this case, in this kind of case.
Well, I already did.
Yeah,
I'm sure. Years.
Yeah. No, I had no doubt about that. I'm just because you're obviously an intelligent person, and you know that you're caught in the middle of something, and it sounds like you know what the odds are against you. But I'm seeing pretty decent. I mean, I'm getting cards here that are with very good outcomes here. Here's the strength card that goes hand in glove with the chariot. Just hang in there and see it.
That's because of who I am.
Yeah, well, and if you aren't that way, you can get ground down. Now, I happen to. I mean, I've seen people get crushed and lose their minds under legal pressure. So you got to. If you're not strong, you'll either end up strong or you won't. You'll end up the opposite of strong. But you are strong. Now, there are things you can do in terms of getting money from a real estate transaction, which in its loosest form this is, wouldn't you say? I mean, it's not a good one, but that's what it is. There are magical things you can do. Look up, do an internet search for house sale and St. Joseph, and see what you get, okay? Because there'll be things that you could do.
The government has my parents' house, which is up for sale, which they now have, or in the process of selling. They have all the strings.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying this might be something on the astral plane that will help maybe get some of it off to you. Try to do it that way in a sense, and see, and keep thinking about that.
I mean, there are things that on a spiritual level that I can, because I don't know if you read my question, but I'm a reader. Okay, I've been a reader for many years, and there are things that I could do, that ethereal, okay, to ask for help, because I would need that. I would truly need that help, because the rest of it is just crap and crooked.
Yeah.
Just,
well, I know
it's
it's clear talking to you that you know the difference. Like, because you've run into the same kind of situations I have, where people don't want to do something legal, and they'll say, "Oh, I'll just handle it through meditation and prayer." And I keep saying to people like that, "Get a lawyer," But there's a time and a place for both. And I know that you're aware of it. So, and this, I'm just saying, right now, I'm just doing this for the benefit of the people listening, because there's a story that I tell in one of my books, which is pompously titled "Reverend Elliot Explains It All," about a person who went into an occult store. I was there at the time, who was having a problem, a big legal problem, and wanted a magical kit to spread love in the world in order to win the court case, and the people wouldn't sell him anything. Her, actually. It was. I don't know why I'm misgendering all of a sudden, but it must be. My memory is fading from this. It's so many years back, but she just definitely wanted to. I don't need a lawyer. I'm going to spread love and sunshine. No, you can do both, if you know what I mean. And I know you know that.
Mm-hmm.
So all I can tell you is that the cards are showing me that you will get justice. So I'm hoping that it's good in that sense, because the cards are taking a snapshot of now, and that could change. But if any time down the line, if you can't get through again to the show, send me an email.
I've always said that if I came into any money, which anybody, that can happen to anyone, okay, that I probably would take up the legal action. I tried everything. I wrote to everybody and their mother. I even put up a petition on, I did everything that you could possibly do. And I found out that 400,000 people had the same crap happen to them. So you can't fight the system like that.
Oh no, yeah, I years ago this happened with of all people, my mother-in-law, who took a perfectly, totally, completely, 100% legal tax deduction, and then 2 years later, the government reversed that tax deduction and retroactively charged everybody who used that tax deduction with cheating. And we fought like hell. Can you imagine? I mean, that's just plainly unconstitutional anyway, because it's an ex post facto law. So yeah, it sounds like you're up against a similar thing. But there's ways to deal with these things, and I've got one. I have like 2 minutes left, so I've got to run. But there's the one card that I just took out. I had earlier today is the Ten of Swords, and that is a card that that card. It means that the worst is over. They threw their worst at you, and you're still here. So you're a survivor, and you'll come through this. And I have no doubt that you'll come through. You may not get everything you want, but I think you're going to get something out of this.
And I thank you for that. Oh, you know what else I practice? I practice EFT. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Yes. Are you talking about tapping?
So I practice. I practice EFT as well. So I'm tapping on that because I've been practicing for 20-something years, and it actually works.
Yes,
so
it does. I mean, I don't talk about that much. Because I don't want to spread myself too thin with the audience, but yeah, people should look into EFT, and it looks ridiculous, but it works. And I'll tell you something else, folks. It can knock out a migraine headache. So I've got to run, but so everybody, just take a look at EFT.
But thank you so much. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me.
Oh, my pleasure. And contact me anytime at asktarot@earthlink.net, and I can pull a few more cards for you if you'd like.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it. You have a good night.
Bye-bye now. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hey, and that's it. We've hit the end of the road, and if history is any judge, I'll be back in March of next year. No, I'll be back next week. I so did miss you. It was difficult, especially Wednesdays when I couldn't, listen to me, I chatter a lot. Now picture me with laryngitis. Not good. It's contrary to my nature. I don't like language. by the way. Although everything I've ever done professionally in life has been about writing and language. And I've come to the conclusion, aside from the fact that the world's richest person doesn't know how to make a noun plural, I've come to the conclusion that language, for the most part, is used to hide thoughts and not to share them. Just, everybody's watching politics these days. Politics has replaced stand-up comedy and fashion models as the entertainment source of the year. So you'll see, you know what I mean. They can use language in a way to hide what they're saying. And I don't like that. I believe in plain speaking and saying what you mean and meaning what you say. There you go. If you want to know more about what I say, check out that book I mentioned, Reverend Elliot Explains It All, which is an expanded version of the first book I did, which is the collected essays of Reverend Elliot. All of those are in that book, but the book goes a lot longer, and it's got 300 pages or so in there, and it's got my pumpkin pie recipe, which is even better with sweet potatoes than it is with pumpkin. But that's all a different story. I've got to run now. I will see you all again next week at 11 Eastern, 10 Central, 9 Mountain, and 8 Pacific when we pull back the curtain on the magical window. And until then, remember, who you are is the universe's gift to you. Who you become is your gift back to the universe. Bye-bye now.
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome.
Time for Psychic Paths with Suzanne Marie. Live from PsychicPaths.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, Facebook.com/Psychic Radio.
Or one of our websites,
AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv.
This is Psychic Paths
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everyone. I'm Suzanne, and welcome to my corner of A1R Psychic Radio. I am really, really glad to be here, And thank you so much for tuning in. And thank all the callers for calling tonight. Um, I'm a clairvoyant. I see past, present, and future. And I'm a light trance medium. So I hope I get a really good caller tonight. As far as everything going on, I know for a fact tomorrow Venus will be going into Libra, and that's a really, really great sign for all of us. Um, Venus is home in Libra, and it's all about positive and balanced and beauty and negotiations and all the good stuff that makes human beings good. Um, I feel like it's a great time for Venus to go ahead and go into the home sign of Libra because everything is good as far as Venus goes and Libra. But if you feel a little bit like a balancing act is going on, it probably is because it's all about balance and finding that balance that we all need in our lives. But I think that many, many good things are going to come through this sign and transition, and I'm definitely ready for it, and I hope you are too. Um, I hope that everyone is feeling loved and cared about to tomorrow or Friday. I'm ahead of myself. Friday is December, Christmas time, and I want to hope that everyone is having a wonderful beginning of December on Friday. Erica from Kansas City, Missouri.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi,
Hi,
how
how
are
are you
you?
tonight?
I'm
Good,
good.
good, good. Um, what can I help with tonight, Erica?
I was really calling about this long distance relationship that I have with this person and just want to know a little bit more about it.
Okay, let me see what I can get from Spirit.
Okay.
Has he been on your mind quite a lot? Because I feel like
Yes.
he is always on your mind. Um,
Mhm.
Spirit is telling me right away that it feels like a good relationship. Um, it feels like he has a lot of good feelings and respect and there's a lot in common. It feels like even without saying anything, there's a lot in common. Um, but I do get from Spirit that you will have to make some decisions in order for it to be a real relationship in the here and now.
Okay. Yeah.
Excuse me, I've got
He
always a
comes back
cold.
and forth. Oh goodness.
Um,
Yeah, I've never really had a long distance relationship. He comes and visits back and forth and I'm just trying to see if that's
it
what that
feels like
is.
he doesn't want to let something go, and I'm not quite sure what that is. But it could be where he's at for work or for the
Mhm.
people.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
so I'm asking, I guess, both of you to sit down and ask each other when you're together what you're willing to compromise with, because this is calling
Oh.
for a compromise of one or both of you.
Mhm.
Because it really feels like a genuine, really warm relationship. Um, it feels like a twin flame, which might be challenging, but at the same
Mm,
time, you know you're meant to be together. You
mhm.
feel like the two of you belong together. Like they
Right.
used to say, peanut butter and jelly. Um,
Mhm.
it just feels good and it feels right. And so I would
Okay.
just deal with that compromise.
Okay.
Hang on a second.
That's that's good to know.
Yeah, and I don't think that you have to do it right away. I just feel like down the road there's going to have to be a compromise with stuff. Um,
Okay.
and it does seem like he doesn't want to leave where he's at, but I feel like you're willing to travel and be with him.
Mhm. I
But
know
you
he has
you
a
but you like where you are right now too. It really
yeah, I
feels
do
like
because
you're in a very good spot in your life too.
I
It
am
feels
because
like
I have a
you're very solid, you're very independent, um,
mhm.
you're very, very good thinker. So I think it would work when you discuss this compromise because that's all that's needed. And I think that which should be, let me see, thinking around June of
Okay.
2024, there's going to
Mhm.
be a decision. It's just going to get better. I feel like this
Okay.
relationship is just going to get better. And when that time comes, don't be surprised. And it will be fruitful. I feel like you two know already about each other to handle even the bad times in life. It's really
Mhm.
nice to feel. It's really nice
Right.
to
It
feel
is.
that warmth. So that's what I see. I see it as a great
Okay.
relationship, but I see there'll have to be some kind of decision down the road. Is there
Okay.
anything I can help with otherwise? Any last question?
Otherwise, I've been okay. I'm about to start this search on looking for another car here down the road. But that's about it that's going on with me, really.
Well, I feel like
Um,
with that car, it's going to be something you're going to be proud of. It feels like
right,
something
okay.
something that's going to be really good because I see you
Okay.
showing it off like mine.
Okay.
This is mine.
Mhm.
So I see that working out right away.
Okay.
I I feel like that'll work out right away. And yes. Well, thank you so
Okay.
much for calling. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you so much. I appreciate you guys for doing this too. Thank you.
You have a great week, okay? Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, everyone. I have 4 more minutes, but I don't have 4 more minutes of stuff. But I just want to say that I hope that everyone has a wonderful beginning of December, and I hope that everyone is feeling loved and cared about, and I hope that everyone is being kind and loving towards each other because we need this. That was a really quick reading, but I'm just happy to be here. So I guess I just kind of speeded it up. But no, so everyone just have a great, great week, and I will see you next week. I'm trying to get rid of these colds. I'm in Minnesota, but I do try my best to be online here, and I'm very easy to contact if you would like a personal reading. And with that being said, thank you, A1R Psychic Radio, and stay tuned for some more really wonderful readers. All right, good night.
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Medicine for Your Spirit with Raylene Byrne. Live from RayleneByrne.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Medicine for Your Spirit
On A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Namaste, everybody. Raylene Byrne, Medicine for Your Spirit. Lovely to see you all and be here and be of service to you all. Medicine for Your Spirit. This is the big thing. We're stepping more and more into it as we awaken more, as we unplug from the old operating system and get ready to plug into the new one. So I'll give you a little analogy around what I mean by that. So if you when you get up in the morning, you go into the kitchen and you plug in your electric jug or, kettle or your coffee maker, whatever it is, you plug it in and you turn it on. Oops, it's not working. Oh, I wonder what's going on. So most people would unplug from that power point and try another one to see if it's the device that's faulty or the power source. So once you unplug, you plug into another one, voila, it's working. And that's exactly what's happening to us right now, and we can feel it everywhere. We are unplugging from an old operating system that is not supportive for us anymore, and we're getting ready to plug into a new power source. So in this interim, as we're unplugging to plug in, we are in a little bit of a limbo land. So there's a sense of grief and sadness around because there's parts of ourselves that are not going to operate with a new system, the new power source. There are things going on in our nervous system because it's got to calibrate to the new energy. Our solar plexus is rearranging and reforming so it can operate with a different sense of power. So, and there's many, many other symptoms. If you want a little guidebook, I've got one and it's free. Just let me know and I'll send it to you. It's unplugging from the old operating system. So this is what's happening for all of us right now, and it's very accelerated over the last month or two. And I know in my funny little world that I'm in my own reality here, the number of people around me who are leaving jobs, leaving careers, leaving relationships, selling up to move, they are all doing this thing because they know that whatever they were doing before is not working anymore. And they want something different. And they don't know what it is, but they need the space for the new thing to drop in. So if you're in a really weird place at the moment, just understand that we are unplugging and we're getting ready to plug into a new one. So there is a lot of rearranging going on within all of us. So if you need support, please come and visit me at my website, RayleneByrne.com, and I will help you with medicine for your own spirit. So I have a caller here. I think it was Carla.
Hi.
Yes. Hi. How are you?
How are you? I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm well. I've just got over a funny little viral bug thing, but I'm getting there. So how can I help, support, or be of service to you today?
I'm not sure. I'm just kind of looking forward to the next year, and feels like there's lots of good vibes with the full moon energy, and yeah.
So would you just like me to give you a little reading?
Sure.
Okay. So we're going to do, I like doing earth, air, fire, water. Earth is sort of where you're at now. The water is what could be released or healed. The fire is an action to take. And the air is the expansiveness that you're moving towards or what's moving towards you. So we're going to do Carla, who's in Canada. Carla, so we're calling upon the lineage of mystics and mysticism, healers and ancient healers to activate through these messages and cards. To give Carla a general overview for maybe the next 3 months. Let's work with that. Earth for Carla. First one coming up is about sacred union. So this is very much around the masculine and the feminine within yourself working together, bringing more harmony towards giving and receiving, doing and being, speaking and silence, the yin and the yang, bringing more balance to that. It could even relate to a relationship. It's about being independent, but still being able to support and share your life and your journeys and your careers. But I feel more when I'm looking at this for you, it's more to do with finding that harmony within yourself around the masculine and the feminine energies. So this is the water one, what needs to be, we've got here higher knowledge for you. This is a healing or a release around this. So this is about opening you up to your higher awareness. And it's funny because I started talking at the start of this show around the unplugging to plug into the new operating system. So this is about opening up even more. And opening up isn't about going up and opening. Opening up is going down within ourselves as deep as we can and sitting with ourselves because it's all there. Your medicine is there. It's already within you. So this is about being able to access higher knowledge. So whatever's in the way, whatever distractions are stopping you from having that space to drop into yourself, maybe you need to look at if they're being supportive for you or not, and maybe make a priority for yourself around being with yourself, even for 5 minutes a day, just to be with yourself and make that connection. The fire one here for you is about forgiveness. This is very interesting, this one. It's been up a lot recently. So forgiveness is that really beautiful experience of setting yourself free. So what I often say to people, if they're in a position, something's gone on, there's an issue or a person or a situation that, they just can't quite let go of, they can't quite release, and it triggers them all the time. What I like to suggest is when you have a moment, quiet moment to yourself, you just close your eyes and you visualize that person, that issue, that event, situation in front of you. And from your heart, you say to that thing, thank you for giving me this experience. I set me free. I set you free. And you see it move a little bit further away. And it's a really beautiful way of taking charge of how you're feeling and how sometimes our mind runs away with us and creates all these scenarios. You just can't keep putting that energy a little bit further away. And whenever you get triggered by something or the same situation or event, do the same thing. It only takes, a moment or two. And you see that energy get further and further away. And then one day it's just not bothering you. So when I look at this for you, and the thing that's showing up for me, I don't know if you can see this, is the crown. And it's like, reclaim your crown, reclaim your own authority. You've got to set yourself free of some of the nonsense or the chaos that's been going on in your head or with something or something around you. So thank them in your own heart. You don't have to say it to them face to face, and set yourself free, set them free. And the last one is the expansiveness, love. Beautiful. Look at this one. It's spacious. Now, I'm going to be honest, I have a problem with the word love. And I know that sounds very unspiritual, but the reason being is because most of us, we all have different experiences, lived experiences of love. And so when someone says just love, there's a whole lot of different stuff we have to go through to try and understand what they're saying. So I like to use the word purity, pure consciousness, pure light, pure intelligence, pure spirit, instead of love, because that sort of takes it to that level of, it's a bit easier to handle. So what's you're expanding towards is more, I'm going to use the word love here because that's what's on the card, pure love, for yourself, your surrounds, and life. And I do feel, like you said, 2024 for you is going to be quite an expansive year. And I do feel you've got to clear up a few things, tie up some loose ends between now and the end of this year. It's that whole sense of 2023, done and dusted. Let's finish it. Let's complete it. So I'm just getting that feeling that there's just a couple of things to tidy up, and then you open up into 2024 in such a open-hearted, spacious mindset, where lots more interaction from your higher self or your higher knowledge can start to flow through, and you get moments of inspiration and innovation. That's what it looks like from those cards. I hope that makes sense to you.
Oh, it makes so much sense. Thank you. That was absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful and spot on. Absolutely spot on.
So now you know what to do.
Well, you know, it's funny because I have all this stuff in my basement I need to organize, and it's been driving me mad because I don't want to put the money into the shelving and things like that. And I was just saying to my girlfriend, I think this is what I need to focus on instead of doing the big Christmas dinner and having all the company, is just locking myself in the basement and getting that organized, because it just weighs on me. And it sounds like a really dumb thing, but...
No, I get it. And I'll give you a really good clue on how to do that, because often when you have a big job, it's really, really overwhelming. And it's like, oh, where do I start? And you get distracted and you do a bit here, do a bit there. How I like to do it, this is a very mental way of doing it. I set the timer on my phone for 20 minutes. And I pick one part of a room that I want to do. And I do 20 minutes there, and I'm quite ruthless. And then when the alarm goes off, I walk away. I completely leave it. I don't think about it again. The next day I go and do another 20 minutes. And the next day I go and do another 20 minutes. It's amazing how quickly you can get things done on a limited time frame, because you don't have time to muck around and go, will I or won't I? It's just like, nah, not resonating, not resonating, not resonating. And you just start to clear things up very, very quickly. So, you know, if you've got a lot to do, try and break it down into chunks, because you'll be way more successful than trying to do the whole thing at once. You'll just get, it's overwhelming. Okay?
Power in just taking that 20 minutes. Absolutely. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Lovely to chat with you. Glad I could be of some support. Enjoy 2024.
Thank you.
So, pardon me, everyone. As I said, I'm getting over this viral thing. Thank you all for listening to me. Take care of yourself, unplugging as you're getting ready to plug into the new thing. Take this next month to really tidy up your loose ends. And I'll look forward to seeing you next week. Medicine for your spirit. Please come and visit me. And if you have any questions, let me know. All the best till next week. Bye for now.
This show, a little bit nervous. I like being in my comfort zone and not the world seeing me, but oh well, I got to come out of my comfort zone. So here I am. I'd like to introduce myself. I'd like to slowly let everybody get to know me and how I got to this position. Being a weirdo, being different, being in the woohoo realm. And I have no problem taking callers as well, even though having seconds only to tap into them could be challenging, but hey, you just got to go with it. So yes, this is my first time on AR1 radio. I'm excited. I'm going to get stronger with courage every week. And I am, to give you a little short synopsis, I have been different my whole life. Growing up, I was always called weird, but in a cute way. They all loved me, but they all laughed at me and called me weird. I always was just different. I remember at 4 years old looking at my hand and looking at the lines in my fingers and wondering, what are you? Where are you from? And as I grew up, so many different things to share. I didn't have the easiest childhood. I had probably one of the roughest in the universe. But stepping into my gift, over the last 4 years, I've learned that I believe now I understand why I suffered so much, because it made me I have so much empathy for everyone and their situation, because I've been through just about everything, from being raped, being locked in a room as a child, refrigerators locked, got a lot of stories, witnessing murder, having Hollywood chase you around as a child when you don't want to be chased. You don't want everyone to know you're the weirdo. But I've grown up, and I have finally let the world know about me, because a lot of religions had me suppress my gift, and to be accepted and loved, I did that until my own loss in 2019. That's where I came out, and nothing could stop me. I had to do this. And each and every time I represent a client and I know nothing about them, I walk out of my session amazed, truly grateful. And there's no better feeling than helping that person that was suffering so bad. And I can relate to that. Oops. Emotionals. Yeah, some of us gifted ones are really sensitive, and it sucks. It's one of the faux pas of it. But I like to call myself, I was certified because I just ended up in a group and it just kept growing, and I didn't know what the heck I was doing there. But it was where Spirit wanted me to finally open up, accept, deliver, surrender. And I got certified as a certified psychic medium. I love the most because it's the most evidential. Can't bullshit. It's not cards saying a story, although I use oracle cards and I love them, but not too often. They're more just of a ending of a, let me see something, or I'll use my pendulum. But I would say my title is more of a shaman. A shaman, the word comes from Saman, which comes from the Tungus tribe of Siberia. And it's one who sees in the dark, communicates with the three worlds, and heals. Sorry, I'm looking over. I'm running out of time. I've got to. Oops. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I'm multitasking. I'm new at this again, and I have a chat bar and don't know how to look, read, and talk. But yes. Hi, Alma. I think I have somebody.
Yes, hello.
Hi.
Hello. Hi.
Babe. Is your name Alma?
Yes.
Hi. How are you tonight?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. I'm really good. This is an exciting thing for me. I don't know where you're at, what part of the world you're at. For
I'm
me,
in Washington, PA.
Go ahead.
Washington, PA.
Ah, Pennsylvania. So it's probably dark
Yes.
there?
It's not dark yet.
Oh, I guess I don't know my, what is that, geography?
Well, it usually is, but right now with the new time changing, it gets dark about 9, a little after 9:20.
Wow, you guys really get it dark late.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yes.
More sunshine. More
Yes.
sunshine. So, hi, Elma. What brings you here today, tonight? How can I help you?
And maybe is any of my loved ones around?
So, first off, do I have your permission to connect with the other side, Alma?
Yes.
Okay. And so I am sensing a female. I am sensing a female right away. And this is a strong connection. This is either a sister or a sisterly bond. Does that help you in any way?
I'm not sure. Maybe my cousin.
Were you very close with her, like almost like sisters? Is it a very close bond?
I mean, kind of.
Okay, so my nose, when it knows, it knows.
Yeah.
So, sorry, that's my spirit's going through. 38. I'm hearing 38. Would that resonate with something?
She wasn't 38. She might be 38 now. I mean, she could be 38 now.
Well, I'm hearing the number 38, and so I'm not sure what that resonates with. It doesn't have to be her passing. It could be a celebration. It could be your age. It's going to be something that you will understand.
Yeah, I'm not sure yet.
Okay, let me try to dig in. I know we have very little time.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm a little nervous, but I'm just feeling this is definitely it's somebody strong close to you. I'm feeling it was a tragic passing. Okay, so I heard a car, but then I was also hearing cancer.
My cousin and my grandma might be there together. My grandma died of cancer and my cousin died from a car accident.
Okay. So I do get multiple, when I do readings, I get what they call platform, which means multiple spirits come through. And so I was hearing cancer and a car accident, and I was feeling like the car accident was your cousin, but I was like, why am I hearing cancer? So I'm getting goosebumps now. So I do believe they are holding hands together in spirit. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of goosebumps. Let me see if I've got like so many seconds left, but I want to try to get you a message. I just heard the color purple. Does that resonate with anything?
My favorite color.
Okay, because I'm like trying to shoot out stuff for me, and they told me to tell you purple. So
it's my favorite color.
Well, sweetheart, with such little time, I would love to continue this, but I will tell you that they're together, and the passing with your cousin in the car accident, she didn't suffer.
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Maria Leggett's Medium Show with Maria Leggett. Maria Leggett. Live from MariaLeggett.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv.
This is Maria Leggett's Medium Show
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everybody. My name is Reverend Maria Leggett, and I'm coming to you live from Dayton, Ohio. It is absolutely chilly here, which is why I'm all bundled up in a sweater. It is cold, 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 much more so than normal. We had a high of like 29 degrees yesterday, and I think 30-something today. It's been very cold. I am so excited to be here tonight, as I am every Wednesday, to be able to be of service to each and every one of you. I want to talk about some things that we have coming up. If you go to my templeofthesacredcircle.org, which is my online spiritual temple, I have digital courses bundled right now. Every digital course that I have that is under $200, you can grab for over 40% off, and there are payment plans that you can use to get them. And it includes Introduction to Clairvoyance. It includes a 5-section class, 5 different classes on your spirit guides and how you can talk to them, because we have 8 different types of spirit guides. And the one that we often forget to talk about is our soul group. That's the 8th one. And so in each and every one of these classes, we do a meditation to be able to meet those spirit guides. So with all these courses, you'll be able to meet at least 8 of those spirit guides. And we have intuitive tarot, which will make you a certified intuitive tarotologist when you finish the course. And you can actually do it as a part-time job or a full-time job if you know that this is something that you fully enjoy doing. It is an amazing course, and there's like 147 lessons in that one alone. And that class, when you buy it all by itself, is $149. So it is really worth the purchase price to do this. So I would look forward to having each and every one of you in my digital classes if you are willing to do so. And again, you can find that at templeofthesacredcircle.org, or you can go to my website, marialeggett.com, and hit education. Tonight, I want to welcome Nell to the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi, thank you.
How are you this evening?
I'm doing great.
How may I be of service to you?
I would just love any message for my highest and greatest good, please.
Absolutely. All right, let's check in. All right, Spirit. Nell would like to know whatever is going on in her highest good. What would you like for her to know? So Spirit is showing me, it's interesting because I actually saw this right before I went live. So it's interesting that it comes in and they're giving it right to you now. What they're showing me is that they're taking me deep into a cave. And to me, this cave is called the Cave of Wisdom. I don't go in there very often with clients, but it's when they are really embracing their spirituality and stepping into knowing that there is something so much more than us. And they're showing me that deep down into this cave, it is a beautiful walk where we must step into trust. And in order to embrace the things that we know that are really good for us, we have to be able to trust that Spirit has our back. And that means that sometimes we need to step deep down into our shadows and do some of the really deep, difficult work in order to find the light. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it makes so much sense to me.
Good.
I've really been trying very hard to do that and just trust and let go.
I love that. So this is a validation for you that Spirit is watching what you're doing and they're saying, hey, good job. Just keep walking. We're asking you to surrender into this path, surrender and let go of what other people perceive about you. This is one of the things that I saw Reese Witherspoon say on I think it was a TikTok video a long time ago. And it said, what other people think about me is none of my business. And that's a place where it's really important for you to get to, is not to worry about what other people think of you, because ultimately it truly doesn't define you unless you choose to allow it. Does that make sense?
It does, very much.
Wonderful. It's funny because they're bringing up, I just released a podcast on Friday of last week with Melanie Hustis, who's in Canada. She's a spiritual life coach as well, and she's an energy alchemist, just like I am. And we talked about stepping deep into the shadow. We talked about that's how you find your light. So it's a great podcast. If you listen to them, you can go to WTFspirit.com, and that's my podcast. And it's really stepping in there and asking, okay, what lesson do I need to learn from this? Because this is something that we often forget to ask. You know, we're in the middle of the poop and we can see it all around us. It is not enjoyable. It doesn't feel very good in the moment, but Spirit is showing it to you for a reason. And so when we step into that and say, okay, what is there for me to know in this? That is when the lessons really start to go, okay, and they settle into your body, and Spirit goes, oh, you're learning that we're trying to help you. You're learning that we're here trying to keep you on track with your soul contract that you agreed to do when you reincarnated here on earth. And so by accepting these lessons, you can now level up and move on to the next one. They're showing me that on this path, when you ask those things of what is there for me to know, that is when a torch will appear out of the dark. You just reach up, grab the light, and carry it with you, because that is how your light is going to show up in the dark, is recognizing where you participated in some of the things that happened by choosing to stay angry about them or choosing to be upset with someone, because you then allow them free rent in your head, and it's time to start evicting people. Does that make sense?
Yes, so much. Yes, I love that. Thank you.
Yeah, Spirit's like, it's time to evict them, pull them out, let them go. You don't belong here. And the way that you do that is to continue walking down this path, stepping and going, okay, what did I invite in? How do I look at this? And now, guess what? How do I evict you out, because you don't belong here? And then they become dust on the trail, right? Because it's all behind you. And we no longer have to worry about how are they going to appear in my path, because we've said you don't belong here. We have finished our soul contract. Thank you very much. Deuces, I'm out of here. And continuing to walk down into this cave and be able to grab more torches, finding more of your light down this path, is when ultimately you're going to be able to find this beautiful crystal clear cave water that's warm. It's very tepid. It's like body temperature, and you can step down in it and it feels beautiful. And that is going to allow this water to energetically clear your aura, letting go of all the things you said, okay, I don't want this anymore. Let it wash over you and let it go. And from that is when you become the phoenix who rises. This beautiful ball of light that comes up out of the goop and goes, woohoo, I am here. And I am here to tell you that I survived all the things I went through, and you no longer have power over me. Does that make sense?
Yes, I am walking into that now.
Excellent. I love to hear that. So it's funny, because as I was talking about the beautiful crystal clear water, one of the things that Spirit showed me that would be really helpful for you is to take salt baths. So getting Epsom salt, I like Epsom salt just because physically it's really good for your muscles anyway. But being able to take a salt bath and just dunk your body down in it and say, okay, we're asking right now for any etheric cords that don't belong, any energy that isn't mine, dissolve it right here, leave it in this water, so that when I am done with this bath, it gets carried away with the trash and not mine. And in the event that you don't have a tub, you can get salt scrub and use it in the shower. Just make sure, and I know this is going to sound weird, that you take some of that salt scrub and put it right up here and make sure you're getting into your crown chakra. Does that make sense?
Yes. Okay.
Because they're showing me that you're really ready to start just clearing some stuff from your body. Does that make sense?
It does. Perfect. Thank you so much for that.
Oh, my pleasure. And they're really taking me right here into your throat chakra for being able to clear that energy and pull it out, so that you can start speaking your truth to the people who need to hear it, and that you can do it without being triggered and angry. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes, I
In
need
this
that.
way. Yeah, because they're showing me that, you can get really triggered, and being able to ask Spirit, give me the words. Force Spirit to tell you what words to use, because that's what they're there for. Listen, I'm a human. I can't do this. I'm triggered. Give me the words to help me through this. And they're going to help you to be able to get in a place where you're not as triggered, not as discomfortable. It's not even a word, but that's what came out. And so that you can stand in your authenticity and say, I did this the right way. And you can no longer point a finger at me and blame me for your junk. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Because they're showing me that oh, my pleasure. They're showing me that there are some people in your lives. It feels like there are some friends and maybe even some relatives who like to use you as a scapegoat for things. And it's really time for them to stop and you to go, I'm a sovereign being. You don't get to do this to me anymore. So being able to set those really clear, healthy boundaries with people to say, no, I'm not accepting this from you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Wonderful. All right, Spirit, what else would you like for her to know? Okay. This is going to sound weird, but I'm just going to give you what I got. I said, what else do you want her to know? And they told me to tell you that self-care can also mean sitting down and eating an ice cream.
Oh, I love that.
So being able to give yourself a treat every now and then and say, you know what, this is just what I like in this moment, and it's completely okay for me to be just like this right here, right now. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Oh, thank you
awesome.
so much, Nell. I appreciate you so much for calling in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you have an amazing holiday this month and that you get everything that you deserve and everything that you hope for. Thank you so much for being on the show. I appreciate you.
Oh, thank you so much. You too.
Thank you. Thank you to everyone who is watching. Thank you to all of you for following me every week. And if you would like a special discount only for those who are here on the show, go to my website, marialeggett.com, and I will have something up for you in about a half an hour. Have an absolutely wonderful rest of your evening and enjoy all of the following shows. Thank you so much.
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for New York City Celebrity Psychic with Perry Lyons. Perry Lyons. Live from PerryLyonsBrilliance.Wixsite.com/Perry Lyons.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is New York City Celebrity Psychic
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, my cherished ducklings. I'm Perry Lyons, New York City Celebrity Psychic, and you're you, which is the best possible thing you could be. In fact, you're God's favorite you. As a 5-year-old friend of mine said recently, I'm God's favorite me. Like, yes, you are, Jesse. Hi, guys. So I am going to do the tarot psychic weather in a minute, but I'm sitting here staring at the phone like a lovesick teenager, waiting for your call. That sounded wrong. What I'd like is if you want to call in and ask me your deepest, most deeply felt questions, I will answer them psychically. I'm a little, I'm a little rattled because I have a setup I do this with, and I turned it on. None of my lights went on. So let me just take a deep breath. Concentrate. Oh, there we go. All better. Okay, so let's do the psychic tarot weather, shall we? Oh, by the way, did you see that amazing full moon the last 2 nights? That was in Gemini. The moon was in Gemini, which means you probably had a lot of racing thoughts. You might have been sort of over emotional and over intellectual at the same time. Welcome to my life. But I don't know, I found that was a pretty powerful full moon. I was like giggling and sobbing and doing the dishes all at the same time. It's called multitasking. Hold on. Okay, here's how the psychic weather works. Just like regular weather, except less damaging to crops. I'm making that joke for 5 years, so I'm still the only one who laughs. So the first part, I'm drawing 3 cards. The first card is for the first part of this week, which is today, tomorrow, etc. Second card is for the middle of the week. I can feel you catching on here. And the third card is the end of the week, which is to say next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Right. I know the days of the week. I just don't know them in order. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Well, it makes sense too. First card is, interestingly, the card of short trips. So I realize this is kind of cliche, but listen, I didn't know I was going to pick such an accurate card. This is a card of short trips to probably see relatives. When I get this in my own practice, because if you ask any tarot person, they'll tell you that certain cards have kind of us-specific meanings as we do readings over the years. So for me, when this comes up with a private client, which you're welcome to do, it means either a trip to California, New York, Florida, England, or France. I don't know why. I really don't. But in your case, it just means short trips, usually 2 or 3 day trip. So go visit relatives. Call your mother. Or okay. What is the next? Oh, I love. Okay, debauch. This is an interesting card. It's from a German deck, and it's loosely translated. Essentially, what it means is, even though this is a time when we're all invited to excess in food and drink and shopping, don't look at me. I did Black Friday really well, and you could be eating ramen for the next 2 months. But this card just means it's Christmas, but it's not the end of the world. So we don't, although it feels like it some days. So you don't have to spend more money than you have. Now I tell me, you don't have to eat more than you want. Now I tell me, and you don't have to drink more than is good for you. You can have a great time and still have some moderation. Moderation in all things, including moderation. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. The last card means towards the end of this week's cycle. This is a magician card. So it means that something you've been thinking about for a while is something that it's time to take it out of the ether, time to take it out of the realm of ideas and put it into the realm of earth, the practicality of getting stuff done. So if you've had a dream you've been nursing for a long time, even if you just take one baby practical step towards it, one tiny thing, it's amazing how if you take one step with determination, the universe rushes up to you and takes the next 999 steps. And there you are, 1,000 feet from your house, so what do you do? But it's true. As the famous German poet Goethe said, whatever you can do or dream you can do, begin it. Boldness has genius and power and magic within it. Good on Goethe. Okay. So we're in a number of countries. If you can hear this, you're probably in one of them. There's a simultaneous podcast. So I'm very grateful for those of you who are listening. Very grateful for those of you who are watching. This is Moonstruck TV and A1R Radio, in case you want to find us next week at 9 p.m., which is when I'm on every week. And we're in Canada, the US, New Zealand, Australia, all of the United Kingdom. And that's about it. So if you tune in every week, I'm here waiting for your call, and I'm here waiting to do mediumship. Meanwhile, I don't usually do this, but I got an extra card by accident. I usually pick 3 cards, but sometimes, and ask any tarot reader again, just find one and ask them. I'll wait. Okay, you're back. Find a tarot reader and ask them what jumper cards are. But I'll tell you, so you no longer have to. You can put that tarot reader back where you found her, or him, or them. A jumper card is a card that sometimes will jump out of the pack at you. I'm not kidding. I've seen it. Very strange things happen with tarot. I broke open a new pack that I'd never used, that I'd sorted and gone through, and everything was great. And I had one client who I was reading for right after getting the pack. And she was about to meet the love of her life. And the pack somehow manifested 2 of the lover's cards, when technically the pack only had 1 because I just checked. So magic is magic. Sometimes magic makes up its own rules as it goes along. So I had a jumper card when I was pulling the other 3 cards. And it's this. And this says, don't get too caught up in fantasy this week. Fantasy's great. Everything good comes out of thought or Schenectady. Pick one. So what this is a man looking at all these different golden cups, and some of them have a beautiful woman, some of them have a snake, some of them have jewels. So he's kind of dazzled by his possibilities, but he's also kind of paralyzed by them. You'll notice that he's just standing there with his mouth open going, "G'da," instead of picking one. Upside down, this card means that you're putting foundations under your castles in the air. But what this says to me is this week is very important to put solid practical steps in your dreams. Oh, one other thing while we're waiting, I wanted to share with you an important sort of success tip. Oh, I didn't know Dennis had been holding. Well, I'll tell you the success tip after Dennis and I talk. Oh, Louisville. Oh, I want to move to Louisville. How are you, Dennis? It's nice to meet you.
Good. How are you?
I'm excellent, darling. Thank you. I like to connect to people through their birthdays. So when's your birthday?
6/18/59.
Oh, cool. I'm an 18 too. 18 is supposed to be a very powerful number. In Hebrew, it's Chai, the number of life. Very good luck. Oh, so you're a Gemini. So you must have really enjoyed that full moon the last couple of months, huh? So, but you can tell me privately. So, my darling, how can I help you? Do you have a specific question? It feels like you do. That question right at the top of your head, right there. I can see it.
I just want to know if I have any messages from above.
Is there
it might
anybody
be too early. Yeah, I lost her in August.
Oh, I'm so sorry, love. No, it's not too early. This is your wife?
We always claimed we was married, but we never were.
My kind of people. Living in sin, the best. Yeah, it's funny because when I said wife, I got a little sort of, kind of a, oh, she's lovely. Did she have an L name?
No.
Okay, that's all right. I can see her though. She's a little self-conscious because she says she gained a little weight towards the end of her life. So she wants you to see her as she was at 35. So just take a minute and picture that. Oh, she loves you a lot. Does she have 2 kids?
Is she do
Kids. She.
One.
Oh, okay. Do you have a kid? Wondering where I'm getting
Yeah,
to
I have
from.
2.
Okay.
I have
I've got
2.
2 kids. She's got 1. Okay. Hold on. Let me get a little more concentrated here. Hello, darling. Does she like Patsy Cline? The reason I ask is right before you called, I had this. Does she like country music?
Nah, she's more into. She likes it, but she was more into that easy listening. So, but she has listened to some of it.
It's okay. You don't have to make me right. It's just right before doing the show, I had the sudden urge to listen to a lot of country, which usually only happens if I'm going to connect with somebody for whom that's a natural thing. All right. She's worried about you. She thinks you don't take good enough care of yourself. And she says she really loved you. Well, you guys had a real.
Oh my God.
Did you say you loved her?
No, I said, oh my God.
No, she
was
really
sick at the end. And there was some awful stuff that was said, and I just passed it off as her sick.
Yeah. Well, that's why she's very, very, very adamant about the fact that she loves you. She was not in her right mind. She was in a lot of pain. Well, let's not go there because she doesn't want to think about it. She looks fabulous now. She's a very pretty lady. Did she have very pale skin?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm getting dark hair. I'm a little worried because sometimes what I'll get is somebody's natural hair color. And so if, like me, they've been dyeing it blonde since the day one. But I get that naturally she has very, very pretty coloring, like kind of ocean-colored eyes, pale skin. I get dark. She used to have dark hair. I think she might have dyed it later on. Gotcha.
Yep.
Hello, darling. Thank you for showing up. She's got a dimple in the right cheek.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I got her. She fully. Hey, thank you for swinging by. Mara? No, I'm sorry, I can't get her name. What's her name?
Diane.
Oh, I wouldn't have gotten that. Why I got Louise? It's a beautiful name, Diane. Okay, she's saying you guys met in a really cute way. There was some sort of cool story about how you met.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, very cute. And almost a love at first sight kind of a thing. You guys had an instant connection. And you laughed a lot. You're funny.
Yeah,
she's funny too. Yeah. She likes bright colors. She's wearing, I'm from New York and everybody wears black, right? So, but she loves bright colors. I'm seeing her, she's wearing like this almost a hot pink blouse and a very cute black skirt. And she's got, I don't know, she's pointing to her throat. She's wearing pearls. So I don't know what that means, but I'm supposed to point that out. She's wearing a very pretty necklace. Did you give her this
she loved her jewelry.
Yeah, she loved her jewelry. Oh, she's got a great ring too. Andrea in Staffordshire, I love Staffordshire. Give me another couple minutes. I'm just going to work with this lovely gentleman, and I'll be right with you. Okay, hold on a second. She's worried about you. You're not taking very good care of yourself, and she wants you to take. No, not really. No, you're not. Or yes, you are taking very good care of yourself.
No, I'm not taking care of myself.
No, you're taking crap care of yourself. So lay off the booze and the junk food. Get some exercise. If you're smoking, quit it. This is not me. I'm not scolding you. But she says, you've got a long life ahead of you, and she will. She's very spiritual. I mean, I guess she's in heaven, so I guess that means something. But she says not to worry. You guys are definitely going to be reunited. But she really wants you to take the kind of care of yourself that she would take care of you if she was there and healthy. She also wants somebody to call her kid and say that she's okay. Is what she's really okay. She's in a really good place. The afterlife is, from what I've seen of it, we get to relive all our best memories. People usually present to me both at the age they pass at end at like 30 to 35, which I don't know why. Very attractive lady. Curvy, small waist, nice figure. Is that true? Oh, I guess we've lost him. Well, thank you for giving me, darling, thank you for giving me the chance to connect with Diane. Okay, we've got Andrea or Andrea. I never know how to say that. I have so many friends who say it differently. Andrea?
Hello.
How do you say it? Hello, darling.
Hello.
Staffordshire, get me some pottery. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm quite well. I'm all the better for meeting you. Hello. So.
Thank you.
And you're in one of my favorite parts of the UK. It's really pretty around there. And lots of good pottery.
Pardon?
Yeah. Okay, tell me when your birthday is. That's how I connect to people.
The 13th of January, 1973.
Look at you, you Capricorn. Cool.
I am.
Capricorns. You are. I'll tell you the interesting thing about Capricorns is you guys are all crazy in the best way. It's why you have a kind of very proper outside, because inside, crazy fireworks going off in your brain in a good, really good way. And you know that's true. I think you hide people very well. Yeah. Okay, who's the boy or girl or llama or whatever? Because I feel like there's a love question in your mind. Right?
Pardon?
I feel like, what's your question, my angel? I feel like it has to do with love. It's interesting. You know, when I started doing this work, I thought women would always ask about love and men would ask about business. It's actually the other way around. It turns out men are much more romantic than we are. So what's your question? How can I help you, my angel?
Should I move to Portugal?
Yes. That's a yes. You don't do English weather is not your weather. I realize Portugal's not that different, but there's more sunshine and you've been through a really tough 3 years. And I think you should just get the hell out of it. Yes, you have. No kidding. People leaving your life, people leaving the planet, losing a job that you were very good at, losing a relationship that you were very good at. It's been a really unfair 3 years. Does that sound about right?
It has been, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not been easy.
No, it's been really difficult. You know what? You're a brave little girl. You're not feeling sorry for yourself. You're marching on. I think my guides and I both think Portugal would be great for you because A, great food. B, sunshine. C, great food. Did I mention great food? D, lots of good drink. Sunshine. And it's good for you right now to be around bright colors. And I just think that it would open up a part of you.
It's just a bit scary not knowing anybody.
What's that?
It's just a bit scary with not knowing anybody.
Well,
going over there to live on my own.
I think you probably need ask your friends if they know people there. You don't have to go forever. Why don't you go for a month and see how it works out? But I honestly think that it's a better place.
That's probably right.
Yeah. I honestly think it's a better place for you than the UK right now. And I think that you've got a lot of emotional courage, my dear. It's not I mean, so I think it's a scary prospect, but if anybody can do this and wind up like dancing the night away in Portuguese nightclubs with handsome strangers or beautiful strangers, depending on your proclivity, it's you. And I think it would bring out your, yeah. I think it would bring out your adventurous side too. Is it okay? Can I give you a couple more minutes? I do. What? You know how adventurous you are underneath, don't you? I know there was a time when you couldn't get out of bed and just lay around listening to like murder podcasts, but that time is over. It's time. Yeah. By the way, how do you say your first name? Is it Andrea? Andrea? Okay. Oh, I got it right the first time.
Say it either way.
Oh my God, thank you. I like Andrea. That's beautiful. Okay. There's
Thank
also
you.
there's a romantic question on your mind, but I think you're a little embarrassed about it.
Oh,
But
yeah.
yeah, nobody's listening. Well, I mean, people are listening, but they don't know you. And they're too busy worrying about what their question is. So the person you're back and forth with is, can I just say him?
Yeah.
Okay. He's very attractive. In fact, I'll be right over. Sorry. And you guys have a certain kind of very strong connection. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a family channel, so I can't say more. But oh, you're so fun. I really like you. The thing is, he's not emotionally available. I mean,
no, he's not.
Yeah. He's cute though. You're cute too. Do you have shorter hair?
Thank you. I used to have short hair. It's just long now, though.
I keep seeing you, for some reason, I keep seeing you with like a pixie cut, and I know you don't have one. So it's just my guide's messing with me. But you have a very gamine look. You have kind of slender with pretty cheekbones and all that stuff. I just get this kind of Audrey, not exactly, yeah, kind of Audrey Hepburn feel to you. Or pixie-ish.
No, I've never said that before.
Well, nobody knows who she is anymore. And you've got perfect skin.
Thank you.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay, let's concentrate on this guy for a minute because here. Oh, wait. Here's the other reason I think it would be good for you to go to Portugal. I think it would not be a bad thing to distance yourself from your family for a little while, because I don't think they appreciate you. I think they take you for granted, and I think they scapegoat you a little. Is that true? I'm just sitting here insulting a stranger's family, but it's true, right?
Yeah, spot on.
Yeah, yeah. You don't need that because you're really coming into your own, and for whatever reason, they kind of want to squash you under their thumbs, like you're Peter Pan or something. Wait, nobody ever squashed Peter Pan under their thumbs. What the hell am I talking about? Sorry. But they do. They want you to be. You're a big person. You've got a big personality. You've got a lot of life force. You're a freaking force of nature, actually, to be honest with you, which you know, but you're a little scared of that. So we got 2 minutes. So I'm going to talk really fast, which I'm good at because I'm a New Yorker. I think it'd be great for you to get away from your family because I think they want to kind of keep you down, and I know they love you. Are you one of 3 or 4 kids?
One of 5.
Oh, okay. You're moving around a lot. Sorry. Yeah, I'm one of 5 too. Yeah. I think you have 3 brothers, but don't tell me. I can't bear being wrong tonight.
Just one brother.
Oh. Well, then you've got 2 brothers who've been dressing as women for the last 20 years. Sorry, I'm just trying to be right. Yeah, your family just kind of wants to keep you modest and humble and all that stuff, and screw that. So here's what I'd like. My name, by the way, is, so you can find me on Facebook. I'd like you to find me on Facebook and tell me if you did this, if you went to Portugal or not, because my name is Perry, P-E-R-I. My last name is Lyons, L-Y-O-N-S. And find me on Facebook and tell me if you went or not, because I really think you should go. I think it would be incredibly freeing
I'll tell
for
you
you.
when I'm in Portugal.
Okay, baby, do that, all right? And I think it's a great idea.
Thank you.
All right, baby. Lovely to meet you. Well, I get the best
thank you
people on
very
this
much.
show. Oh, you're welcome, my sweet. Stay in touch. Oh, the other thing is,
definitely.
If you get in contact with me, I'll give you an extra 10 minutes on me, okay?
Oh, bless you. Thank you.
Oh, when I'm not out kicking puppies, I'm not such a bad girl. All right, my love. I'll see everybody next week, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, probably 3 a.m. UK time. But I love you guys, and that color looks great on you.